And we started the show with a bang with those Cella 1-cup glass containers with the lids, and that really proved that they really are about creative storage. Now this is a wine rack that you get to hang on either a shelf or inside your refrigerator to keep your wines chilled, but you don't need any hardware. No screws, no hammers, nothing like that, because it just slips on, and we'll show you how. But these are our final quantities, not coming back. It's $18, and it's a powder-coated iron construction, so very sturdy. We have 3 colors remaining. Here's your white linen. Here's your glacier gray. And then, if you follow me back here, our good man Johnny O over here, can you see it up there? Gotta go a little higher. There we have it in the redwood. Now there's no chance, and you know what, that I could reach anything that high. So I'm just gonna point, because that's as far as my wingspan goes. But there you have that redwood color right there. Shipping for free, vertical storage, super easy. I'll leave that open during this presentation so you can see. K93482, and Jen Kovich is back with us. Hello again.
Celia, hello again. You know, I love you mentioned 2 things. One is utilizing that vertical storage. I actually appreciate that. Yes, it'd be great if you could reach that. But notice you have all that extra dead space in that cabinet. So what do you do with that? Well, let's utilize it by adding a rack like this that allows us to store the items that, quite frankly, where else are we going to put them? Where are they going to stay easily accessible? Where are we going to put them unless you have a really fancy wine cellar where, you know, yes, I'm standing next to a wine fridge, but we have a lot of red wine. They don't need to be chilled. So what do we do with them? Rather than storing them upright and trying to sift through them, put them in a rack like this that you can put on any shelf.
Right.
It is all about that unique, you know, storage, the different ways that we allow ourselves that if you have a shelf, whether it be in your pantry, your cabinet like you see here and there in the studio, if it's under, you know, in your under cabinet, a lot of us do have in our lower cabinet a shelf that you can put this on. You could even do 2 side by side to hold up to 6 bottles. I love the fluidity of this because first and foremost, you'll notice that every single corner is rounded. So nothing has a jagged edge. It's all nice and rounded, making it soft and not causing damage to the shelf that you put this on. The second thing is, you already mentioned the powder coated finish. It is beautifully done. You're not going to have to worry about any rust, corrosion, or chipping here. The flexibility is brilliant because it allows you to accommodate up to just under an inch thickness on that shelf. Now, a standard shelf in the kitchen especially is anywhere from ½ an inch to usually 0.85 inches, so it's still under an inch, so you're not going to have an issue here. But think about your red bottles, your white bottles, your non-alcoholic bottles, your sparkling cider, things like that that maybe you get around the holidays. This will accommodate it. Even those larger champagne bottles, which have those big fat ends to them, this will work because it's just as simple as pulling this out. And what I like to do is, because I'm shorter than where this is hanging, I put that label side down so I can actually see what it is rather than having to peer over top to see what it is.
Let me remind everyone of the colors. We have 3 that remain. Here is your white linen. Here is glacier gray. And then up top is your redwood that we have up here already styled in our cabinets. Nobody's cabinets in their kitchen are these high. And I'm wearing heels, and I'm relatively tall, not as tall as Jen Kovich, but not like many ladies are. But $3.60 brings this on home. But again, Jen, no hardware, no screws, right? Nothing to assemble.
Nothing to assemble. It arrives just like this, ready to go. It has that 10-pound weight capacity, so load it up. If you want to put, you know, fancy water bottles in here, you can absolutely do that. But also think about this, Julia. You can totally put this in your refrigerator as long as your shelf can accommodate, you know, if it's less than an inch thick. Some shelves actually have that little lip underneath. It should still fit over that, so measure that first. But what I do love is you can put this right in your refrigerator, and then you've created your own wine refrigerator if you don't have one.
I love that idea. Again,
Yes.
using that vertical storage, all of that negative space, that what are you using for? But I would love
Right.
to chill my Sauvignon Blanc and have it at the ready when I have a surprise guest that comes over. I like to have a nice bottle of champagne on hand and chilled because you never know when you need to pop the cork and celebrate something. Shipping for free, and it's
Absolutely.
$3.60, and it's an easy solution that you don't even have to think about. It's K93482, white linen, glacier gray, redwood right behind me that we can see. We have about a minute left, Jen. Any other ideas for us?
So here's the thing too, is if you happen to give a bottle of wine for the holidays, I do love that redwood. Give that as the gift with the bottle
Oh,
of
that's a
wine.
great
Because,
idea.
right? Because a lot of us have those garage refrigerators. We do. I mean, everyone in my family, it's like a Kovach and Cox tradition that we have to have a refrigerator in the garage because that's where we put the excess, the overflow of the leftovers and that sort of thing, especially around the holidays. Get one of these even just for that refrigerator
Right.
so that when you have the impromptu guest, you're ready to go. If the kids come over, and now a 2 liter is not going to fit in here, but those 1 liters absolutely will. This is not the width that will accommodate a 2 liter, but it absolutely will hold a full 1 liter. We have the champagne bottle, like I said, but it's just a great utilization of that dead space because, quite frankly, it's a waste of space if you're not using it for storage. And this is an easy solution.
I love this. I love Cella, man. And on top of all of it, it looks elegant and
Yeah.
refined. It's not clunky. It has nice curvature
Hmm.
to it. So it does
Yeah.
everything that Cella brings like this is going to have that touch of elegance to it. So we do have it in the
Thank you.
white linen. We do have it for you in the glacier gray. And then right over here, we have it in the redwood as well. $18 brings it home. It's so easy. $3.60 to give it a try. Shipping for free, but only until the end of our show. It's K93482. I thought I had more items with you, but that was wishful thinking. I guess that's it, Jen.
It's just the two. Good to see you, Julia.
It's good to see you too. I'll see you later.
All right, bye-bye.